What's going on, guys? Welcome back to HVAC Tool Review. Today we're going to be talking about the Milwaukee M12 2258 Thermal Imager. So let's get started. But first, let's announce last week's giveaway winner. The Amprobe AM530 is going to go to Blake Fryer. So Blake, I'll have my email address down in the description below. Shoot me your information and I'll get this thing sent out to you as soon as I can. Hopefully you'll put it to good use. Thanks for all the continued support and helping the channel grow. In today's video, I'm going to be giving away this Milwaukee pen light. This is an awesome little 100 lumen light. It's not overly bright, doesn't blind you reflecting off of ductwork up in the attic or above a ceiling grid. It's got the soft tail cap you can bite onto. Probably shouldn't be biting onto anything like that right now with the coronavirus, but once that's all behind us, this is a good one to keep on you. It takes two AAA batteries. I prefer that it's not rechargeable and these are easy to come by. Just swap in a fresh set of batteries and you're good to go. So I'll leave the comments open for 24 hours at the end of this video and I'll pick a random commenter for this light. So if you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe, hit that bell notification so you can be notified. You don't miss out on these giveaways. So this is the 2258 Milwaukee M12 Thermal imaging camera. So it comes in a nice soft case like this. And this is everything you get inside. You get the thermal imaging camera itself. It comes with a nice silicone type protective case covering over the top of it to protect the lens. Comes the M12 battery charger. And then it also comes with a micro USB so you can transfer some of those images off, as well as the manuals. So I do like the size of this thing and that it is part of the Milwaukee ecosystem. I use a lot of Milwaukee tools at work, so it's nice that it takes these just easy to find M12 rechargeable batteries. So when you're using this thing for the first time, when you power it up, all of the thermal cameras take a little while to power up. This one's pretty quick, but they need to be able to get up to temperature before they're reading most accurately. So this one has 3 different color schemes. As you can see on this one, this is the rainbow color scheme, which shows the most temperature differences, a widest range of colors and temperatures. There's the iron bow, which is used to show slight temperature differences. So if something is the same, really close to the same temperature, it'll show those slight temperature differences. And high contrast, which shows the most resolution detail. So as you can see, this one definitely shows the most detail. And it's all black and white grayscale. Some of the features of this camera, it does have a light, just like the drills, impact, stuff like that. Just a quick on-off button there. And then you can turn the crosshairs on and off. So as you can see, the crosshairs in the middle there that are showing a temperature of 69.5. So those are programmable to turn off if you don't want those in the image. This works just like your typical little infrared gun shooting a laser beam out to take a temperature. So the further away it is, the wider dispersed that target gets and a more of an average temperature it's taking. So the closer you are, the more accurate your temperature reading is going to be. And the further away you move, it's more of an average of a larger target. So the trigger on the front is how you actually take a picture. So when you do that, it'll actually shine the laser out if you've got your laser on to kind of show you where you're at. It'll ask you if you would like to save the image or discard it. So if you save it, it'll save to the SD card if you've entered one in. It's got the SD card slot and a micro USB so that you can transfer the images. You're also able to play back any images that you've taken and saved along the way that have saved to that micro SD card. And whatever size SD card you have in there will limit how much storage you've got. So the menu is pretty simple. You've got your laser that you can turn on or off when you're taking that picture, the crosshairs that are reading out in the middle of your picture, the emissivity. So the manual is actually pretty good at showing different types of material and the emissivity of what material you're trying to get a digital readout on. So what that means is whatever type of material and how well it reflects the radiation or absorbs it and reflects it. So something like a mirror is going to have a really low emissivity number. So you can't really get a good reading on that because it's reflecting all of that radiation light back to the camera. So it can't tell the temperature of that surface. It's only reflecting on what's around it. Glass is pretty typical like that as well. Can't really see through glass because the glass is reflective back all of the radiation. But something like oil or the human skin has a really high, close to 1. So the emissivity ratings are between, I believe they're 0.1 and 1. So like the human skin, I believe, is a 0.98. So it shows that thermal energy really well. So you need to be able to change this to more accurately see the materials that you're trying to get readings on. So it has different listings for aluminum, black iron, stuff like that. All of the reflective metals are going to be much lower, and some of the rougher non-polished metals will be higher. But if you can set this to match it, it helps you get a more accurate reading. You can also change between units of Fahrenheit and Celsius, change the time and date, and then you can also format your card, change the language, do a factory reset, and system info. I'm not sure. Oh, that has the sensor and the firmware version in there. Get out of the menu, just press menu, and you're back to the camera. Overall, this little M12 thermal imaging camera is a pretty nice little unit. I really like that it uses the M12 standard rechargeable batteries. I've got plenty of these on the truck all the time, so I don't have to worry about running out of power or having to recharge this thing. For the most part, I've always got charged batteries. It's not a really high resolution camera. I think this is only 102 by 77 pixels, if I remember right, for the thermal imaging sensor. So it's by no means a really high resolution, but it'll get the job done if you're just trying to get some quick scans, looking at some electrical. It's not, like I said, it's not super high resolution, so sometimes it can be kind of difficult to tell what you're looking at unless you're really close or putting it in that high contrast viewing mode. But other than that, it's nice to be able to have something to visually show your customers. They love to see the visuals of thermal imaging, and it could help you pinpoint something you may otherwise easily look over. So it's not a bad tool to add to the arsenal. I haven't tried any of the little thermal attachments. I think FLIR and Seek have one that you can attach to your phone. I'd be curious to try one of those out. If you guys have one, let me know what you guys think of them. But overall, this isn't a bad little unit. I think there's some better options out there. I'm going to be doing some reviews on the FLIR 279FC, or I mean the Fluke 279FC, and the FLIR DM 285, I believe it is. So stay tuned for those. And as always, thanks for the support. Make sure you drop a comment, get entered in for that Milwaukee pen light, and we'll see you guys next time.